Hey, good evening, my dear beloved brothers and sisters. Hey, this is Matthew, Mr. Hope Richerzhagen with Phenomenal Marriage. And I just had a thought for the day. One of the most profound things, one of the deepest subjects, one of the most difficult things for couples that are struggling is to realize their personal responsibility. And I'm going to tell you a story about Bob and Betty. Bob and Betty were in a rowboat. And they were out in the water and they were having trouble. They were actually sinking and they're both going to drown. Bob was supposed to be rowing and Betty was supposed to be bailing. Betty wasn't bailing, so Bob wasn't rowing. And Bob wasn't rowing, so Betty wasn't bailing. And they were both going to drown. And here's the thing that we have to come to in a relationship. We have to come to the place where we're willing to look at ourselves in the mirror. The most powerful thing in a relationship is goodwill. It's liking your spouse and committing to meet their needs. And we can't do that. You can't do that until you're willing to look in the mirror and look at yourself. And one of the things that was so helpful in my marriage recovery is to say, and I had to say this over and over and over and over and over every day. My life, my feelings, my results are my responsibility. It is so easy to look at your spouse. Most couples that are unhappy look at their spouse and they say, my spouse isn't doing this for me, or my spouse is doing this to me. And it's a dead-end street. Like, I totally get that you have feelings. I totally get that what they're doing is irritating you and you don't like it. The thing is, you're never going to change it by pushing on the problem. The only way to solve the solution is for you to start doing your job, for you to own your part. Bob and Betty are in the rowboat and they're both going to drown. And Bob says, you know what? Betty is not bailing, but I have to row because otherwise I'm going to drown. Not we're going to drown, I'm going to drown. And the thing is, when he goes to the oars, Betty's going to look at him and be like, oh my goodness, Bob is rowing. I should be bailing. And she'll probably most likely pick up the bucket and start bailing. On the opposite side of that, if Betty starts bailing, Bob will probably say, oh my goodness, Betty's bailing. And I'm not rowing. And he'll grab the oars. And the thing is, when we do our part and we love our spouse, like genuinely like them, and we commit to meet their needs, it frees them up. It takes all the pressure off of them so they have the opportunity to repent and to turn toward us. And when we do that, it's so powerful. The Lord can work in such a marvelous way and bring in healing and bring in help for us. And so I encourage you today, number one, get a mirror and look at yourself. The law of attraction is a true thing. We attract into our lives what we are, not what we want to be, what we are. In my cleaning company, I always struggled for years and years and years and years with my employees. And everybody struggles with their employees, but I really struggled with my employees. And one thing completely changed my life. I asked this question. I wonder if it's me. And when I asked that question, I opened myself to look in the mirror. And what I found was it was me. I was frustrated. I was demanding. I was expecting of my employees. The thing is, when I change, everything changes. Everything changed. Jim Rohn says, nothing changes until you change, but when you change, everything changes. And I would say, everything changes. When I switched 6 years ago, my company completely changed. I have the best employees in the whole world. I love them. They love me. They come to work every day. They're happy to be there. And the thing is, you can have a relationship shift like that in your life with your spouse. If you'll quit pushing on them, if you love them, if you like them as they are, unconditional love. They don't have to be different to receive your affection, to receive your acceptance. That, my friends, my dear beloved brother, my dear beloved sister, is the key to relationship transformation. And you're not very far away. Simple shifts. Amazing results. And I am here to help you, to empower you, equip you, and encourage you to experience all that God has for you, designed for you in your marriage to experience. And you're really not that far away. Sometimes we look and we're like, oh my goodness, this is so awful. And so often it's just a few simple things. It's just a little bit of gratitude. It's just understanding your spouse, understanding yourself, understanding how to meet their needs. Today's lesson is, the very first thing is to look in the mirror. What is my part, my life, my feelings, my results, are my responsibility, and to have goodwill, to like my spouse, and to commit to meet their needs, regardless of the cost, and watch the Lord work in a marvelous way. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day.